I am live on YouTube. I am live on TikTok. Let me see what's up with the rest of them. Uh, I am going live on Facebook. I'm up and running on Blog Talk. Let me get the gram started. All right, I am live on the gram. Look like I'm live on everything. Peace to Yahuwah. Peace to Yahuwah. Hope everyone doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. I know I am. We got an up and coming webinar next weekend. Affidavits. The shit you gotta know. It's important for you to know that. You can't sue no one. You can't defend yourself. You can't get discharged and all that without knowing how to do affidavits to get at these companies. It's actually written inside the Fair Debt Collections Act, the Consumer Protections Act, and the Security Exchange Act. You got to give them notice, and notice is an affidavit. So what I had noticed was when I was looking at people's paperwork, no one was doing affidavits right. So I said, yo, we got to do this foundational piece right now so people can do it right and get their remedy. I never knew so many people didn't know how to do affidavits. And then you got a whole nother affidavit that I show people how to do, which is how to do an affidavit as a real man and woman to pull you out of their jurisdiction. No one has ever taught that. And I'm teaching that too on the webinar up and coming. You know what I mean? The webinar is on the 28th. For tickets, go to jonahbay.com. Right? But someone was so concerned, and this guy is pretty smart, but he was so concerned he was going to do his injunction over, even though he's had his injunction done for years, but he's never really got stopped but once. And it was a warning, it was so quick, all that type shit. He was unsure if it had worked or not. And then he gave me more information. I was like, yeah, I think it worked. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? So he wanted me to look over his injunction. So I did, and he was doing it. He was doing his injunction as a real man this time. He wanted to know if he had did the real man's affidavit correctly. And I was like, yeah, you did. And then I said, now that I'm looking at that, I might as well look at your injunction. So I started looking at his injunction. And then I noticed something in the injunction. His shit was done right. I mean, his injunction is gonna work. But I was like, yo, you could do it better, and let me tell you how to do it better and make it more concise. But he didn't. I told him, you didn't have to do it. You don't have to do it if you don't want. Right now, I hate when I'm talking and looking for stuff. I really don't be concentrating on the screen while I'm talking to be able to find what I'm looking for. And you know how that be. Every time you're looking for something, that's when you can't find it. Or is it just me? Is that just me? Or is that everybody? I think it's everybody. I know I ain't that different. You know what I mean? Well, I'll just go off of memory then if I can't find it. All right, so I'm just gonna go off memory. I can't find it right now and then talk. He had bill of attainder, and he had ex post facto, which is what he's supposed to have, because most of your state's constitutions will not have what's written in Georgia's Constitution, especially when you're talking about the Baby Act and stuff like that. I says, yo, they hid it in other words. The two words that they hid it in is Bill of Attainder and ex post facto. Now, they have those two words even in the federal Constitution. So you can even use, when you comprehend how to do an injunction, you can use the federal Constitution to do your injunction as well. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's you really knowing what it says, comprehending it, and then expressing it in an affidavit. But I had asked him, I said, yo, what do Bill of Attainder mean? He like, I don't know. I don't know right off my head. I looked it up before. I don't remember. I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying. You did your injunction correct, for sure, for sure. But you was supposed to study it. Study it. You're supposed to know these words off the rip. Now, I said, now you did your injunction yourself. And if you don't know what Bill of Attainder means, how the hell is the sheriffs and the other people you sending it to supposed to know what it means? I said, now to make your injunction even more pertinent, what you want to do is explain, give the definition to Bill of Attainder and ex post facto, right? He said, okay, Jonah, where would you put that? I said, let me ask you a question. I said, if I ask you a question right now, what you going to do? Come back and you on the phone with me now. I want the answer now. What you going to do? Wait until tomorrow or so to give me the answer? He's like, no. I said, exactly. So if you made a quote from the Constitution, the minute you made that quote that says ex post facto or Bill of Attainder, you now supposed to explain what those mean and how they've been violating you. That's how conversations work. You say something, they say something, you say something, they say something. That is an exchange. That's how it works. I'm like, yo, that's a regular conversation, right? So, Bill of Attainder, this is what it comes up to. This is what it means. A Bill of Attainder is a piece of legislation that declares a party is guilty of a crime. Bills of Attainder allow the government to punish a party for a perceived crime without first going through a trial process. You know, that's what they're doing with the straw man every time, right? Even when you get arrested, let's say you got arrested at the side of the road, they pulled you over for a traffic stop, and then they lock you up talking about resistant arrest and obstruction. That's a Bill of Attainder. Do you know you're supposed to be able to sue them under 241, 242 suit and get your money? How the hell are you guilty of a crime and you haven't went through a trial process to lock you up? That's why every time y'all get locked up, that is called false arrest. Not because I say it. That's what the Constitution says, and I studied it. So every time you ever got arrested, it was a Bill of Attainder. They're not you supposed to point that out. Say, yo, nigga, you can't lock me up. You can give me a day to come to court, but I can't get locked up right now. You have to have a warrant and an affidavit in support of that warrant of someone who said you did something to him to be arrested. They still supposed to let you out, though. No excessive bail or any of that. I'm like, yo, so you don't think you're supposed to explain that to them? That you know they've been using bills of attainers against your straw man? How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all understood that? I don't think many. Because y'all haven't been using it to protect yourself. That's why I'm going and saying that. That's how I know, right? Okay, what was the next one? I'm like, then you missed one of the main points of the injunction to know. No bill of attainder. Okay, so what's ex post facto mean? Ex post facto. Just Google it, right? Comes up having retroactive effect or force, right? Ex post facto is typically used to refer to a criminal statute that punishes actions retroactively, thereby criminalizing conduct that was legal. Don't you know when they arresting you for not having a driver's license? You know that's ex post facto, right? Because you had the right to travel. Free ingress and regress is written inside. It's inside the Articles of Confederation. That means to move to and fro as you see fit. That's the right to travel. So it was legal for you to move to and fro, and then they made driving laws. That's ex post facto. That's against the Constitution. Anything that's against the Constitution is repugnant. If it's repugnant, it is void ab initio. It was void when they created the damn law. See, y'all don't know how to travel like me. Y'all don't know how to, you know your rights by heart and boom, 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 hit him. Right off the dome. Y'all got to study these webinars and these processes that I'm giving you out of the Constitution. Everything I give you that's a remedy is from the Constitution. You got to study it to know what you actually have on your hands. You know what I mean? You can't just be bullshitting, man. This your life, yo. You don't know how many of your rights been violated every day because y'all ain't studying the right stuff. But yo, I know it's Consultation Wednesday, so I'm going to open up the call line so I can start taking questions. Question time for me. All right, I'm going 470-522. Peace to Yahoo.
Hey, Yahoo, how you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful, magnificent, and great. Why? I look depressed, sick, mad.
Depressed?
How I look?
Oh, you stay fresh.
No. Thank you, brother. I was talking about, do I look like it's something wrong with me?
Oh, no, man. Look like you've been fasting. Been eating good, man.
Yeah. I've been fasting my ass off, bro. Yo, you know it's a super moon tonight. It's a special day. It only comes around. I forget how long it takes for it to come around. It's a moon eclipse and a full moon all at the same time. It's a very rare occasion. All tonight. So it's like you're supposed to wish on it. Anything you want to come to fruition, you're supposed to do that tonight. Right.
Yeah. Most definitely got to set those good intentions, man. So everything manifests the way you need it to.
Facts. So what's up? What you want to talk about, brother? Did you know about ex post facto and bill of attainder? Did you know what it meant? Did you hear it before?
I've heard of it. I also had a court date that I got a consultation with you. You got on me real hard, man. No Diddy. And,
no Diddy. No Diddy.
No.
That nigga about to get everyone locked up, ain't he?
Yo, they own him, man. Yo, it's
good. Fuck him.
It's crazy.
You know, I went to school with him, right?
What's that?
I went to school with him in New York, Mount St. Michael's Boys Academy. High school.
So the brother got an education, man. He being very demonic with that money he got now. You know, it's like
Man, yo, let me tell you
up.
something. That dude was fruity back then. He was fucking with Andre Harrell.
I've heard that.
I was there. I mean, I wasn't in the room when they was, you know what I mean? But
right.
like we used to have this crew that sold drugs. We was all peoples, right? And yeah, yo. Yeah. And you know, me and Diddy did a video dance for Stacy Lattisaw. They wanted to bring me in there. I'm like, oh hell no, nah, man. I'm going to school. I ain't with all that gay shit.
Right.
Yeah. But
like,
enough of that nigga. So what was you saying about your case?
Okay, so I did have a pre-trial date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm noticing how I'm going through my habeas corpus, and the judge he's basically not really acknowledging the things that I'm saying. And I went to your archive,
mm-hmm.
right? And I'm listening to some brothers have the same, reaction. They saying the same thing, but I was saying that, speaking on a bill of attainder, I was saying that, the driver license was a bill of attainder.
Yes.
I didn't really go into detail.
Most of the laws is meant for the straw man or corporations, 14th Amendments. The whole law system is ex post facto.
The driver license, the corporation itself.
Yep.
It's like,
yep.
It represents your MV.
Yeah, the straw man. Yep.
Right. So I mentioned that. And then I asked him for his oath of office. At the end, they gave me everything but that. He gave me his bar card, man, everything. And I told him, I said, yo, y'all violated my rights due to, it was, y'all arrested me without taking me to court. So it was an unlawful arrest, So now I'm just waiting on a transcript.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that I can put the next day off until I get the transcript, request that, or how would you think? How should I go about that? Because I'm gonna book another consultation with you, but I don't want to book a consultation.
You said they put it off, and you got to come back, right?
Right.
Then you already have the time you need, don't you?
I request the transcript, and they kind of like waiting, like it's not done yet. It takes to take a few months, but I just want to make sure I have it.
I mean, you could ask them for a few months for more evidence to come in. Yeah, put it in writing.
Okay. Yeah, and the lawyer was trying to talk to. He was trying to say, next time just pay your fine. After it was just me and him, the court session was over. But I was like, yo, you violated my rights no matter how it goes. And I'm like, where's the affidavit supporting the warrant, and where's the warrant? He was like, well, you was driving on a public road. I'm like, yo, where's the warrant? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But after that whole thing was over with, he was just like, just next time, future reference, just pay your fines.
You ain't paying shit, and you ain't doing nothing illegal by traveling.
Right.
But you could let him say whatever the hell he want, as long as you get off, But you can go back and sue him over that. All of that is color of law.
Yeah, and the thing is, Jonas, I said when he started talking, he was like, I was like, yo, I did not say I object. I said I did not say the Trinity versus Pagliaro. I was like, he doesn't have first-hand knowledge.
Yep.
He wasn't there.
Yep.
Then he gave me a list of witnesses, right? All of these witnesses work in the office with them.
They weren't there.
They weren't there, so they're not credible witnesses.
No, he didn't give you a discovery. They didn't give you discovery, and they're not credible witnesses. And then I would have defined what a credible witness was: someone who has first-hand knowledge.
Yo, Jordan, bro, you need to have like a mentorship class, man. Because
what do you think we're doing right now?
It might be opportunity, niggas get some money, give you more money, man. Because this guy's work though, for real, man. It's like it's a lot of stuff people don't knows a lot of stuff you don't know, man.
Right.
Real. And
Right.
like,
But we're gonna
in the
get
way
there.
he
It
like
just
how
takes time, my brother. It takes time.
right. And the thing is, bro, like when I had the consultation with you, the way
Mm-hmm.
you so stern, the way you talk to me, like a lot of men need that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And there's a lot of
You
men
know, they
like
be
even
threatening to
into
beat my ass up, to beat up the old man. I'm like, man, I'm 53 years old. You think I'm fighting? Even though I could probably beat you, I'm trained the box in the whole nine.
that don't go nowhere.
It don't go nowhere. That means if I can get off my combo before I get tired, it's over, right? But
It's over.
I'm 53 years old. I ain't fighting no one.
Man,
Bro,
stop.
I don't have nothing to prove fighting no one. It ain't gonna get me no more money. It ain't gonna get me no more women. It ain't gonna get me nothing. Even if I
Nothing.
beat you up, it probably gonna get a lawsuit on me because I'm rich. You're not. You're gonna want to try to get paid off of me. You know what I mean? So I ain't doing none of that, bro. I don't fight over words no more. I'm not no kid. But the thing is, they get so mad and I'm trying to help them. Yo, bro, this is how men talk, especially to men. Get used to it. I know you wasn't used to it because you probably grew up with just your mom. And as I remember, my mom used to cuss us out, yell at us, say all types of shit. I ain't doing none of that. So you're supposed to have thick skin, my brother.
Got to, man. And it's coming from a place of love because
Facts.
if you couldn't help us, we wouldn't be dealing with you. We wouldn't call you off your console or even tune into your show.
Right. You know, but we've been taught not to respect black men. Black men don't respect black men. Black women don't, aka melanated Moors, whatever you want to call it. They've been taught we the most disrespected people by everyone. But most feared. Most disrespected, but most feared, which is crazy. That's why everyone called the cops on us.
Look at that. Look at the irony in that. Right?
That's irony. That's irony. You steadily messing with us, but you won't call the cops. Crazy. But yo, I gotta move on to the next caller. Wonderful talking to you.
Oh, likewise. Peace out.
Peace, y'all. I holy honey. Hey, all praises and praises to your teaching. I hope all is well. The job I was working for didn't want to switch me over to a 1099 or withdrawal of my SSN. I sent 3 notices and they are depriving me by not doing so, including laws. I want to sue them, but what court will I go to? First of all, I would have to see your paperwork. I don't believe you're doing it correctly. And you haven't said any of the forms that would get that done in your question. It is all right. I just talked about it the other day, and I didn't want to talk about it tonight. But it's supposed to, the law you need to use to come out of paying taxes on your job is 26 CFR 31.3402 subsection P, voluntary withholding agreements. You need to go to jonahbay.com and pick up my W4T workshop. You're not doing it right. So you ain't going to even be able to sue them because you didn't even request it right. Yo, I keep on telling y'all got to know the laws, not forms. You got to know the law. The law is 26 CFR 31.3402 subsection P. You can go in or you can come out anytime you want. Now, I had seen a question up on the gram. Someone asked me, what is the type of entity on the SS4 form? They not accepting NA on 1117 if you are saying it's a trust or if it's a partnership. I have no idea what you're talking about on 1117. You talking about the year 17? This year 17? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I need more information. She said, thanks, she'll get a consultation. Okay, you can get a consultation too, but if you're not doing what was taught into the W4T class, you should probably get that workshop and then get your consultation, holy honey. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't answer that. I need more information, my brother. I already said the CFR code 3 times. That means if you need it again, you're going to have to go and watch the recording. I'm going to put the recording up, watch it again. I'm not going to say it again. 3 times the cock crows. That's it. 303-669. Peace to Yahoo.
Peace to the Yahoo. Shalom and Salah.
Shalom.
Great
Salah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Good show as always. I like when you kind of do those refreshers, man, because some of us have been around a little while.
Right. I do it because I'll have a consultation and it'll come up. And I'll be like, okay, that's something I need to reiterate tonight then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, I ain't going to front. That bill of attainder, I was sitting there like, damn.
Yeah, how could y'all forget about that? How did y'all forget it was so important?
Yeah, I can't even front. Sometimes we start getting so far along, you forget the basics and shit. Like,
the foundation, the basics.
Yeah, straight up, man. But I still got a couple questions for you.
What up?
Kind of along the lines of the 9-9. My first question is with what we learned with that W4T workshop in the 9-9, should we from here on out be doing all our businesses set up like that?
You
like
can.
business set up
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, damn, maybe every business should be a 9-9.
You know, in the future, coming up, when they do get rid of, they go to a cashless society, right? The government keeps on saying during this whole election, y'all will own nothing and be happy. What that means is your straw man won't be able to own anything. You're going to have entities like trust and corporations that own stuff. And you're going to have to know how to do that. Because in the future, the system will not be set up for the straw man.
Right. So, right, I kind of figured that the way it was looking. But my next question on that is, I know you all also gave us the game back in the day that every EIN we get is a CPN. Basically.
Yep. Any number that can be used for credit is a credit profile number.
Right. So my question is, with that, you know how back in the day when we were doing the freestyle CPNs or legends?
Yeah.
And we would not use any mixing information like same addresses, same numbers.
Yep.
Would that apply to this new 9-9 style? Like, don't none of that old shit to mix. None of that.
Well, see what's happening is with everything I showed you in the W4T is setting it up right in lieu of using the straw man. They already know it's a part of your straw man. Why? Because you use the social to get the EIN, right? And the name is the exact same name as your straw man. But it won't be the straw man because a straw man uses a social security number. So the 99 name that you set up is the name that's under a EIN.
Got you. So you just run that play the same, then don't try to same address, same numbers.
You can. It doesn't matter. You see how they both go hand in hand?
Yeah. You kind of wanted to, damn near.
I wanted to.
Like,
see,
so
when I go for a job, if I had a job, I wouldn't give up my social. I would give them my straw man's name with the EIN.
Got you. I feel what you're saying. Okay. So
and I would tell them, I would
cool.
literally tell them, it's an EIN. This is my business name. I don't conduct business under a social security number, and the law says I don't have to. I've been showed you all the laws that say you don't have to use a social.
Yeah, right. I think that's the shit that be told me for a little bit. Ain't nothing slick in this place. Just go in legit. Hey, I'm setting up an EIN, motherfucker. Here's my information.
That's why I said it's important for y'all to know the law. So if you know the law, you can have the law right there with you to say, I can do it this way.
Right.
First of all,
that's on my mind.
First of all, you know good and damn well they already trying to get rid of them socials. You heard about everybody in America with a socials, their number has been compromised and hacked. The hackers got everyone's social security numbers. You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because they're trying to bankrupt all that, so of course they're gonna do away with it.
Yeah, I seen it coming. I can kind of see it coming, man. Like, especially with this election shit coming up.
See, they're not gonna need your social to control you no more when they are going to use what? Cashless money.
Yeah, it reminds me of that play in that old school documentary Zeitgeist where the Rockefeller cat says, yo, we just gonna have everybody chipped up, and then when they get disobedient, we yanking that chip.
Yeah, we hit the button and they can't use their cashless money no more unless you got a whole bunch of entities that's separate from the straw.
Yeah, exactly. See that shit coming a mile away, man. They've been planning this play. It's just finally coming to fruition.
You know, let's say if Elon Musk got in trouble, goes to jail, they're going to go after him. They're not going to shut down Tesla. They're not going to shut down X, which used to be Twitter. You know what I mean? All that's going to keep on running, and that money's not going to be touched. But his personal money's going to be touched. That's the whole purpose of having a whole bunch of different entities separate.
Yeah, like back in the day when they have all their shit offshore accounts and shit that way.
Right.
Happening in the shit, it's like you got some shit in the tuck, like. Nah,
and you already know what's that dude name here in America that what was he? Football dude. He put all his shit in his mama name.
Oh, I forget.
Tom Brady.
I forget his name.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was one of them, yeah, that and they tried to go get him, and I was like, dude, I'm broke on paper. I ain't got shit.
Now, you know, it kills me because every time, that's the second person who's done that. But every time it's done, they just be like, they got his property, all his properties in his mama's name. You know it don't work that way, right? The only way that can happen is it was a trust, and the mama is the trustee.
Yeah, they just don't want to let.
They don't want to say it's a trust. They don't want to let people know. I said that when Habibi did it, that soccer player overseas did it. It's a trust, and the mama is the trustee. And all property and even his paycheck, everything goes straight to the trust.
Yeah.
Now, you think out of all the quarterbacks in the NFL, How the hell he set that up? Of course, he had to go to HR and tell them, yo, I got a trust. I want everything to go directly to the trust. I don't want to be paid no more. That's the same thing I'm telling people to do with the W-4T, the law that I gave you, the CFR, 26 CFR. That is a trust. Social Security is a trust. You don't have to put it in their trust. You can have your own trust. You don't have to pay into that. It's voluntary, according to the law I gave y'all. But anyway, running out of time, let me get you another caller. Peace, brother.
All right. Yahoo.
Peace of Yahoo. All right, I'm going to 904-563. Peace to Yahoo.
Peace to Yahoo and Jonah Bay Ali.
Thank you, my brother. I'm thinking about changing my name again and putting the Ali on it.
Then we can start calling you Jonah Bay Allah.
So what's up? What we gonna talk about tonight?
Real simple. I took your advice and I think I found the trademark DBA fictitious name for the state of Alabama, well, for my county.
Good. See, it was rough the other day because I'm like, what you telling me they asked you for the organization number before you did the DBA? That it sound like you gotta do some more research with them laws. Don't sound right to me. They're trying to make you do a regular LLC and then do a DBA. That's not what we're doing.
That is what they want, but I think I found another way around it because I went back and looked at Georgia a little deeper.
Yes.
I see that you didn't have to go to the Secretary of State.
No, I never went. I went straight to the county.
They have a certain thing. I think they call it the clerk of court for the Superior Court for Georgia.
Yep.
Over here it's the circuit court, but they hide it. It's hidden. You really. And
Didn't I tell you would have to read Georgia's and then go look for the same laws where you live?
Right.
Well, I'm glad it worked out for you, bro, because I thought you was a little mad at me because I like, I ain't going to give you the answer. I don't know. I don't live there.
I still don't know, but it just looks better than what I had before.
Now you can see it coming together. And the difference is you will know. Once you get done, you're going to know. And then you could help everyone else that lives where you live.
Yeah, there's a guy that I've heard on the chats in the past, the archives. His name is Ken, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wanted to ask you was the UCC webinar.
Yes.
And it looks like you did that in 2018. Tell me, what is the difference between that UCC and the one that's on the trust webinar? It looks like that one on the UCC webinar is for the birth certificate.
Okay. Each time I taught UCC, the first one was the non-UCC. That's for the birth certificate, right? That's called the non-UCC, right? And then the next ones I taught was telling y'all how to put liens on when you do your $9 billion lien, or if you're going against an organization like a bank or whatever. And we were using the actual UCC codes to perfect our interests. So that's the two differences in what was taught. They were being applied two different ways.
Since you just mentioned that lien, I looking at that UCC webinar a couple of more times, I recognize that you're explaining to the guys in there how to do the claim of lien.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same as?
Yeah, the non-UCC is the claim of lien. I showed y'all how to do a claim of lien in there.
And is that the $9 billion lien?
Nah, the claim of lien is something that you have to do. Shaka on the bill yesterday read on it. He was reading on it. The claim of lien is how you prove you alive.
So it coincides with the
Yeah,
verse
so
this
ask
year.
Shaka, call Shaka, make sure you get a copy of yesterday's build so you could hear it.
Fair enough. That's all I had to ask, God.
All right,
Yahoo.
peace.
Peace, bro.
All right, so like I was saying, next weekend we got a up and coming webinar, affidavits, the shit you need to know. Y'all really don't know about affidavits, y'all. And y'all don't know how the real man does an affidavit and the fake man does an affidavit. Y'all don't know the different jurisdictions. And the main problem y'all having is y'all don't know how to actually do an essay. An essay. You have to know how to do an essay like in school to do an affidavit properly. Y'all not giving me the who, what, when, where, how, why. Y'all ain't been doing that. Y'all definitely got to learn how to write it that way. And that kind of tells me y'all don't really be reading books. To read a book, every book is set up that way. It starts off with an index or a glossary. It tells you what's in it, and then it starts telling you what comes first, second, third, fourth, the middle, the end, and it breaks it down. It could have a forward where it tells you a brief description of the whole book, and then it tells you more in depth with it chapter by chapter. This is how you're supposed to write affidavits. I actually feel like I'm back in grade school. It's crazy that I'm teaching grown people grade school, because when I learned it when I was in like first, second grade, yo. But that's how much this system has dumbed us down. Even computers are making us slower because, like I said, I'm 53. So when I was growing up, do you know how many numbers everyone had in their name in their head? I walked around with knowing by heart at least 50 numbers by heart. 50. Everyone did. Only way you could call if you was outside the house, have a dime, put it in the phone, outside phone booth, and make your call, 10 cents, right? When they created cell phones, no one can remember. I bet you 99% of y'all don't know more than 3 numbers by heart right now. Some people don't even remember their own number because they never see it. All they got to do is hit names now. Because you're looking at names and you just press the name and it starts dialing, you don't know the numbers. Y'all have been dumbed down by technology. It's time for us to get that back up. But with that being said, that's our show for today. I'll talk to y'all again. For all of y'all who don't know, we got a private build tomorrow on Telegram. If you want to be a part of that discussion in Telegram, hit me at Jonah Bay at Gmail Telegram group, and then I'll forward it in, and y'all will get information on it in the whole 9. It's a whole. We do classes 5 days a week, and a lot of y'all don't know. Y'all not privy. The brother that was just on, he was talking about
90 seconds.
Yesterday's build that we had that conversation, and he listened to me and he found information that I told him about just yesterday. All right. This is why when y'all send me questions in my email and on Patreon, I don't answer. You can get on the show and ask me questions 5 days a week or get a consultation. That's the only time I'm answering questions. With that being said, peace to Yahoos.
60 seconds.
We out of here.
Thank you for listening to Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All right, YouTube. Hope y'all enjoyed. Some people hit me with the one. I forgot to ask people to hit me with the one if they like the info tonight. But appreciate that, yo. And I'm up out of here. Peace.